Hello, I am Caleb on Caleb's Balloon Animals, and I am responding to a request for how to mouth inflate. Right, so there are a lot of different ways to mouth inflate. Typically, when people see me do balloons, I give them a challenge to try to mouth inflate a balloon. If they can do it, it'll make them anything they want. It is especially good in a really busy line, because what I do is I'll make them and deliver them any balloon that they want. So they give me their address if they're able to fill up at 260, and I'll deliver it to them. Alright, so that's kind of what I do. But how to inflate a balloon by mouth? A lot of different ways. The first thing to do, if you're just learning, is stretch the balloon. Right? That does make it easier. But we're going to say you're not going to use a 260, because 260s are quite hard. So you're going to say we're going to try to do a 360. Still stretch the balloon. If you're having trouble doing the 360, I want you to move to a 5-inch round. 5-inch rounds are the easiest balloons to fill up. Well, actually 11-inch rounds, but we don't care about those. They're too easy. Even little kids can fill those up really easily. So how do you fill up a 5-inch round? Well, there's two ways. We can put it in our mouth and just blow. Right? Using our lips, that makes a perfect seal. It's not really a wise way to do this. Because then you're trapping all the air and you can actually cause some problems. Next way, so let some air out as you blow up. Doesn't work very well. If we hold our hand up there, it makes it easier. Right, because we hold our lips still. But the best way to do this is to teeth inflate. So we're going to smile and bite our teeth together like this. Okay? It's hard to see in a video. And I'm going to curl my tongue like this. But inside my mouth, what that's going to do is my tongue is up against the bottom of the balloon. So it's going to force the air not to go through here. There's a little bit of a gap in between my teeth, and there is between all teeth. My head braces, and there's like not noticeable, but the air still gets through. So, okay, easiest balloons to fill up 5-inch round. Once you've got that done with teeth inflating, I want you to try a 350 or a 360. Stretch it, and then try. Now you probably won't be able to have enough pressure to get it to fill up all the way. So what you're going to do is while you're blowing, you see how that got a little bit firm once I just had a little bit of air in there for pressure? If while I've got that, I then pull on the balloon like this. I have much more control of it. Okay? So now you've got 360s down pretty much all the way. You're doing those consistently all the time. Then we're going to try a 260. You're going to do the exact same thing. Right? That didn't work out very well, did it? It really doesn't inflate too well like that. Watch. It only goes to there on its own. So what we need is we need another hand up there. If we keep the pressure from coming back from here, so what happens is this inflates this part of the balloon up here at the end. Once that happens, it pushes up against your teeth and it holds it open too much where it doesn't inflate. A couple ways you can get around that. We can close our mouth a little bit more. Right, that works better. Or we can hold the balloon still like this. Right, we can inflate as much as we want. So what I did is I had my hand not blocking my mouth, all the air still comes out, but I held on to this loosely. Okay? Now, with me, one breath, well, unless I completely exhale, gets me about 3 to 4 fingers, which is what works for most of my twisting. So it works out actually really well for me. So I'm going to show you again. Now, it's not necessary to stretch a balloon. We can take it straight and just go. Right? fill it up all the way, whatever. Okay? So that's how we do it. The other ways we can do it, we can make a little diamond and not pull on it at all. The problem with that is that, again, you're putting a lot of pressure up into the sinuses when you do that. And that can actually cause some serious problems. You'll get headaches and all sorts of bad stuff. That's how I used to do it, but I don't do it that way anymore. Now, once you're really good at mouth inflating, you're going to go and you're going to have 160s and you're going to go. It's not going to work, right? That's just because you're not very good at it. It does exactly the same. Alright, all balloons inflate the same way. If I had 321s, we're going to do the same thing. Alright, this is a tip one, so the end doesn't inflate very well. But it's exactly the same. I do not change how I inflate any balloon's hearts. Exactly the same, only I typically do this. Something like that. So, you know, the designs are all pretty simple. It's just a matter of getting used to it. Alright, so that's how we mouth inflate. Again, you make a kind of a tube with your teeth that is going to come up over the back of your tongue and down through your teeth into the balloon. Okay? Peace.